All right, there's a whole exchange that unfolded on MSNBC involving the Trump campaign and then Chuck Todd. I'm not going to say much about it. Just watch it unfold and also watch Chuck Todd's face here.
And we just saw the images of those rallies. People were not wearing masks inside the president's rally. There was not social distancing being practiced. We saw the signs being removed from seats. So you can say you handed out hand sanitizer and gave out masks. They weren't wearing them. And also, Dr. Fauci today has said that the incubation period for this disease could be longer than just 2 weeks. So, Tim Murtaugh, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate all of your time. Chuck, over to you.
Speech, Katie. Thank you. We will have the brand new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll will be unveiled today at 5 p.m. on Meet the Press Daily. And just a reminder, for what it's worth, there is no editorial point of view here on any of these newscasts on MSNBC in the daytime.
Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the right.
There's a lot to break down there. First of all, I love the maneuver. Yeah. The anchor privilege is you get to just end the segment when you want. That's the best part of being an. Oh, we do it all the time. Yeah. It's the best part of being the anchor is you get to control. I love how Tim is like, thanks for the speech.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for your speech, Katie.
Chuck's face the entire time. I think I have made that face while also listening to Tim Murtaugh. Oh. So I kind of felt him there. Like I was kind of there with him in the moment. But then you got to go and pretend there's no bias here. Don't worry. All fair and balanced here at MSNBC.
Unbelievable. There's no editorial view in the daytime. Come on, man. Especially Chuck Todd, the king of the sanctimonious speech, right? Whenever he's like, well, now, I'm going to... He's such an unimpressive person on television. Remember, how many times did we cover him during the primary? Saying something absolutely ridiculous.
Hated Bernie Sanders. Bernie. Outrageously biased against Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
and look...
It's against Trump, too. He's been like this for the last 3.5 years. So I just think the whole view is ridiculous. I wish they would just say, I'm a neoliberal Democrat.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
I respect
and
it.
This is Meet the Press. Cool, man.
Yeah.
All good.
Have your view. Don't pretend like you're down the middle because you're not. I mean, that's the thing. Look, we're up front.
Yes.
We are not unbiased.
Exactly what's happening.
You know the lens that we are viewing the world through. It's all up front. I would much rather that than people who pretend we're completely unbiased here. I mean, knowing the kind of history of what unfolded at MSNBC and having been part of that history, there was a move during and before the Republican primary and the Democratic primary back in 2015 to make the day side more just straight NBC news. There was this sense of, we've gotten too far over our skis on this liberal stuff, like the whole lean forward thing. There was a course correction because ratings had fallen during the Obama era because politics got kind of boring.
It was boring.
It wasn't that interesting. So ratings were down everywhere. They were down very much at MSNBC. And so the idea was to correct that by making it down the middle, which of course always means neoliberal anyway. And so they executed on that. And then the Trump era comes along and the Republican primary and everything that happened there. And the shows that had the highest ratings overwhelmingly were the most opinionated ones. So then after having retooled and, canceled a bunch of shows, fired a bunch of people who were more on the opinion side, then they moved back in the other direction because that's where the ratings were. And now, look, we all know what MSNBC has been in the Trump era. It's been Russiagate conspiracy theories writ large that no one ever apologized for. It's been, the number one central location to go to if you hate Bernie Sanders. It's been that as well. And so it's just silly to pretend there's no bias here. Don't worry about it. Ultimately, in all of this,
completely ludicrous.
Yes, and I don't doubt that Tim Murtaugh was making some ridiculous points there as well. So don't worry there.
Thanks for the speech, Katie.
All right, well, I'm more rising for you after this.